Thank you for listening to this classic clip from the Wrestling Epicenter archives. Be sure and click the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps.
Welcome back to the interactive interview in the Rob Feinstein edition. We're here with Missy Hyatt. Missy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You know what? Ever since I found out that Rob was chased by the police and caught for doing his naughty, you know what? I've been in a great mood.
Oh, excellent.
I mean, I haven't had a giggle like this in, I bet, like 10 years or something.
Well, before we got on the line, you started telling us a story about how you found out. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, see, I always accused him of being gay, and I would say it to his face and stuff, because one night, we did a shoot interview, and then after the fact, I saw him at a wrestling show, and then Tommy Dreamer kind of hooked us up, and I went back to his house, and I made him turn up the heat, because it was kind of cold in his pool, because he had a heated pool, and I remember saying, man, this is a nice house. I go, boy, you got this from ripping off wrestling, huh? He's like, I pay,
My dues.
Royalties to everyone. Okay, yeah, right, whatever. So then I proceeded just to see how far I could go with him, because before I got in the pool, he showed me a scrapbook that had pictures of him and me from autograph sessions from probably 1986 and up. When he was like 13, 12, 11. And I'm talking about autograph sessions and Polaroids that he got like when I walked out of the building that I don't even remember. And we're talking, there was at least 30 Polaroids in there.
Wow.
Of when he met me, and he had them all dated and stuff. And a couple I had signed that I guess he went to one of those, autograph sessions. But he looked like a kid. Anyway, so I'd get in his pool, and so I'm thinking to myself, oh, he's loved me for a long time. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to make him big stuff. So I get in his pool, I get naked. I am swimming in his pool naked. The lights are on, music's on, the pool's getting heated. I try to get in to come in the pool, and I don't want to come in the pool. So then when I decided to get up, I just got right up, and I go, can you give me a towel? Why not better just put the towel around me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay, well, where are we going to go sleep? He goes, oh, we can go upstairs, and he takes me upstairs, and I'm like, whose room is that? He goes, oh, that's my roommate over there, right?
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay. And so we get in his bed, and, we started kissing and stuff, and then, went a little further, and I'm like trying to find out why. Because usually, like Jim Kelly of the Bills, I just start kissing him and he has an accident in his pants, So I'm wondering why this mark for me from for 10, 12, 15 years is limp.
Huh.
And he doesn't drink. He didn't do anything that night. He couldn't blame it on alcohol.
And he wasn't on any cough syrup?
Huh?
And he wasn't drinking any cough syrup?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing like that. And, I was going to blow him, but after the limp thing, I was thinking to myself, the way he acted, I was thinking he was probably gay. So I said, listen, you got to get a condom, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get it hard, get a condom. Come on, I want you, baby. Come on, God, Rob. God, I was really working it up.
Mm-hmm.
So then he pulls out, the only condom he had in his drawer was some, gimmick condom that's black, and I guess it was, supposed to be an extra large. He kept trying to put it on when he got a semi-hard-on, and it kept falling off his penis. So basically, we ended up not having sex at all. I woke up the next day and he took me to the train station. So after that, I told a couple of people the stories, and then me and Christy Miss. So then he started fooling around with Christy Miss, the porn star.
Right.
And that made me, I'm like, thank God I never screwed him, right?
Right.
Then she's the one that told me there was something weird that him and his roommate acted like a husband and wife the way they talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me the reason why they broke up is because Christy was into doing a lot of cocaine and stuff like that. So I don't know if they ever screwed around either. Or, I don't know, maybe they did a three-way. Who knows? Christy, I don't really ask about what she does, not on film, but in her personal life, because it's just about the same. So I kept calling him when he did that little gimmick with the wings.
Right.
You know, like the fairy gimmick. I was like, that is so perfect for you because you're gay. You know, and I'd call him gay boy all the time. And then he would call me up when he'd see my niece, Michelle, working at a show.
Uh-huh.
And you'd leave messages like, oh, I'm going to get your niece. She's so beautiful. I'm making out with her right now. And then it'd really make me upset because I'm thinking, Michelle, don't kiss a fag. You know?
Right.
I mean, not that you can get AIDS from kissing a fag, but you don't know if he just got done sucking somebody's private part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yes.
You know, and she doesn't want to get snowballed.
Uh-oh.
So, you know. I mean, hey, goes in the bathroom. He finds a little 12-year-old wrestling fan. Who knows? I don't know. You know?
He offers some tapes?
What?
He offers some tapes in exchange for
Right, for an exchange for tapes.
Right.
I mean, you know, let me have some, baby. Anyway, so they did that to me a couple times until I called him and threatened him. And then when I went on, like, I did a couple radio shows, and I just talked about the black condom and how he couldn't get it up.
Right.
So then he kept, I mean, we're talking, I only did that one time, and he went on at least 12 different internet shows saying how I was the best, how I was the worst sex he ever had in his life. First off, I was probably the only woman he ever came close to having sex with, and he probably doesn't even know what having sex with what a woman's like, even though he showed me a couple pornos of him doing this one Chinese girl from behind. But she wasn't putting him over. She had her glasses on. She was just kind of like, So I think maybe that was a hooker. I don't know. And he showed me another tape of another girl, and while he's doing her from behind, he's in the camera doing thumbs up and a gimmick thing. I think that was like maybe if like the first girl he slept with, so he was like high-fiving himself, thinking that, I finally did it! I finally did it! But you know why they were doing it from behind? Because that's probably the way he likes it, you know? If you think about it.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, that's my story of Rob. So he went on all these radio shows saying how, you know, I was the worst sex he ever had when he didn't even have sex with me. And I thought that was quite funny. So
When he read the transcript of our show and he ended up listening to it, he told us, we never actually had him on the show, but he emailed us saying, you know, what she said is a lie. It's all a lie. I mean, it was...
Yeah, that's what he's telling everybody. It's a total lie. It's a total... After when we were doing something, and me and Christy were doing something for Vixens, and we were talking about the black condom, and we both called him together and stuff. And he was like, dude, you guys stop it. Don't make fun of me, because that was a gimmick condom and everything. That was a gag condom. And so, because she was calling him after they stopped seeing each other, and he said, oh, because she likes the, you know, I call it the Montana diet. You know, Tony Montana?
Ah, yeah.
Montana diet, when you do a lot of blow. So... we would laugh at him, make jokes, and you know, told Michelle the story and stuff. And so I guess he didn't like. I mean, but I wasn't going on radio show. I only said it like kind of during a Vixen thing.
Right.
And he got so upset about that he went around telling everyone it wasn't true. And then he would start telling people that I was the worst sex. After it wasn't true, then I was the worst sex he ever had. So. I mean, he ranks down there. I mean, God, he doesn't even rank below Val Venus. At least Val Venus, you know, did it for 2 seconds. But him, even Jim Kelly had an orgasm.
Right.
I mean, it was just from kissing, but, I mean, still. I don't get it. But now I do get it.
You mean Jim...
Something I always done, especially when I saw him. And he would email me. He has a wall in his house with just all these wrestling belts on it. He's like a belt mark.
Uh-huh.
And, like, he would send me these cheesy pictures of him, and it looked like it should be on Blue Boy, you know, the gay magazine, because the pictures looked so gay. Then he started sending me pictures of his gimmick with the fairy wings on it.
Right.
And I was just like, he's so gay. I mean, like, if didn't anyone figures it out, you know?
Well,
so, that's all I know. And then when I found out that FBI did this thing on him, and I'm like, God, they're friggin' 3 days late and $1 short on that one. I mean, he had a roommate that was, what, 17 years old?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
16 years old? Well, I know in some states it's legal because personally, you know, me, I do like younger men. So anytime I'm in a state, I do check the laws. Some laws it's 16, some 17, some 18. So you got to be careful.
Mm.
But I think in Pennsylvania, you know, having sex with a 16-year-old, and especially if it's a man, I think that's like called not sexual battery, but sexual deviancy.
Yeah, something like that. And plus, you got to be careful. Also,
I think it's called not child molestation, but it's called endangering a child. It
Right.
could be child molestation too.
what about like statutory rape, though? Is that something you would worry about?
Yeah, it's statutory rape too, but since it's man and man, you
Right.
know, and he lured the child, we shouldn't call them child, but they are under the age of consent, so it would be not a child, but what do you call them?
Minor.
Minor. You know, and it's something like having sex with a minor,
Mm-hmm.
you know, having, what's it called when you do it in the butt? Sodomy. You know, sodomy, and that in some states is against the law. So basically, if he sodomized, you know, an underage person, they could get him for all kinds of stuff. Then his name is on the registry as being a sexual deviant and a child or a minor, you know, and that he likes boys. And most people, when they find out in a neighborhood that you are a child molester, they usually have you thrown out of the neighborhood. And if you don't register with the people, you know, with the state and the county that you are a convicted, you know, fanny pirate
Right.
on a child, sexual deviant, I don't know. We'll have to look all that up. That's something that you guys need to do some research in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if a fanny pirate goes after a young child or lives with, and we got to check out Pennsylvania, the age of consent and stuff, but supposedly the boy that he was going after was 14 years old. Now that I can tell you is a minor.
Right. I think the youngest that goes is 16.
And he was propositioning the minor because some of the emails was, I want to F you really bad, and when I get a hold of you, ooh, it's going to be so good. So that is solicitation to have sex with a minor in sodomy. And that since it's male on male, then I think it's called deviant. So why don't you guys look that up for me?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All you got to do is, because when I was in pre-law, I know every state has their thing. You just, you know, go to the state of Pennsylvania,
Right.
and then you go to the bar, you know, the law page, and you can look up, type anything you want in there. You can say sex with a minor, male on male, sex with a minor, so stuff like that, and you can see all those statutes and what they're going to be probably charging him with.
Excellent, excellent. Before we let you go, I have a couple questions for you. I was looking on we're looking at Amazon.com, and there's a new Vixens. First,
Nothing to do with me. They're being shut down.
I guess you won't be on there then.
If they do have me on it, they're going to get sued really bad because my ex-business partner stole over $500,000 from me and Tammy on the
Right.
Vixen site. He was selling the Vixens DVDs to High Spots videos, so anybody on High Spots, anybody don't buy from High Spots, it's stolen merchandise. And he was selling them on the side and having the checks made out to him to his home address when one of the first checks was made out to our company, and
Right.
to our company address. So basically Sal, you know, Sal Taliban Hamoya, the guy down here in Tampa trying to run those full impact shows.
Right.
He, he's a sleazy dirtbag. But those new ones, any ones that they sell, like I already got them all off eBay. But if they're on Amazon now I get to call Amazon and have my attorney call Amazon. And
They are on Amazon. My friend just bought it, and he was asking me about it. And that's why I decided. I said I don't know if
everyone don't buy that crap. It's
Okay.
unlicensed. It's illegal.
Mm.
It's like a Rob Feinstein friggin'. You taped it off the TV and you're selling it.
Right, right. And one other question is, what is the update on Missy Hyatt.tv?
Well, we had to do some stuff around because I wanted Francine more into it.
Right.
Instead of just Missy Hyatt and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
So they're changing the site this week. CC Bill's we have to send it over to CC Bill.
Mm-hmm.
$9.99 a month. Once CC Bill says it's okay, everything's uploaded. Pictures. We did our first photo shoot. We also had candid pictures. They're getting up, because since this is my project and
right.
I don't have anybody to fight with about stuff. And I was the president of the other company too, but that didn't mean crap. But now, I'm the one that writes the checks and does everything. And basically, the people, they're working for me and they don't get their money, they're 15% unless they do what I say. So, it's been a slow start getting everything done. Because
Mm-hmm.
I want to change stuff. And now I really need we were even going to change the name to Missy Hyatt and FrancineExposed.com.
Right.
But it's kind of long. So I think we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do yet for the name, but it's still going to be, for now, MissyHyatt.tv. And once CC Bill okays it, everyone will be getting to go on there, get a free tour, check it out, because the tape that I did yesterday in Daytona for Bike Week was the most awesome footage we got. We got over 60 minutes of it. And then ABC Television started following me and the camera.
Wow.
Because I stirred up so much commotion and people were wanting to take my pictures with me. And to be honest with you, they didn't even know that I was Missy Hyatt. And I forgot to hand out cards. They were just wanting pictures with me because, I was dressed and the way I looked. But not that I'm trying to put myself over, but I look better now than I did in 1985, Plus I was wearing short booty shorts and Chuck Zito T-shirt that had been all ripped up. So, who knows? But in my long, beautiful hair, my two big, beautiful blue eyes, they were wanting pictures. And I had never in my life had more pictures taken of me, even if I worked a friggin' sold-out Omni or Nassau Coliseum show.
Right.
Never in my life have I had more pictures taken of me, and more people wanting a picture with me. So basically, right now I'm still on the high from my ego from that.
Excellent, excellent.
But hey, that'll last at least. That'll give me that'll keep up my ego for at least a month.
Excellent, excellent. Well, when everything is up with MissyHyatt.tv, we'll, of course, promote it the best we can on the show. And
definitely promote it. Call me back. We can do another plug. You guys can ask me questions. And if you're really, really, really nice, we can either give away, like, a free pass for a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll do something like that with you guys. You can do, like, a winner of a trivia thing. They get, free 30 days in MissyHyatt.tv.
Excellent. That's really a great prize, and everybody, we actually are going to start doing trivia contests starting soon, so maybe that can be one of the prizes.
There can be trivia, but the trivia has to be about me, of course.
Oh, okay.
Francine.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Trivia about me and Francine, and then if they get it right, they get like a 30-day free membership.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more from the interactive interview.
Thank you for listening to this classic clip from the Wrestling Epicenter archives. Be sure and click the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps.